good time to tell you that the Cartwright's interest had just begun building a new bank in Grover's Corner. Had to go to Vermont to get the marble, sorry to say. And they asked a friend of mine if they should put in the cornerstone for people to dig up 1,000 years from now. Of course, they put in a copy of the New York Times and a copy of Mr. Webb's Sentinel. You know, we're kind of interested in this because some scientific fellas have found a way of painting all that reading matter up with the glue. A silicate glue that'll make it keep for 2,000 years. We put in the Bible and the Constitution of the United States and some copies of William Shakespeare's plays. So, what do you say, folks? What do you think? You know, Babylon once had 2 million people in it, and all we know about it is the names of the kings and some copies of wheat contracts and the contracts for the sale of slaves. Yet, every night, all those families sat down to supper, and the father came home from his work, and the smoke went up the chimney. Same as here now, in Greece, in Rome. All we know about the real life of these people is what we can piece together out of the joking poems and the comedies they wrote for the theater back then. So, I'm gonna have to put a copy of this play in the cornerstone also, so people 1,000 years from now will know a few simple facts about us, more than the trees of Versailles and the Lindenberg light. You know what I mean? So, people 1,000 years from now, this is the way we were in the provinces north of New York at the beginning of the 20th century. This is the way we were. In our growing up, and in our marrying, and in our living, and in our dying. So, this deal of time has gone by. It's evening. You can hear the choir practice at the Congregational Church. All the children are at home doing their schoolwork. The day's just running down like a tired clock.
Now look here, everybody, music coming to the world to give pleasure.
I've got peace like the river. I've got peace like the river.
Softer, get it out your heads that music's only good when it's loud. You leave loudest to the Methodists, and you couldn't beat them even if you wanted to. Now, again, tenors.
Emily.
Hello.
Hello.
My the moonlight terrible. I can't work at all.
Emily, did you get the third problem?
Which?
The third.
Why, yes, George. That's the easiest of them all.
I don't see it. Can you give me a hint?
I'll tell you one thing. Answer to the yard.
In yards. How do you mean?
In square yards.
Square yards.
Yes, George. Don't you see?
Yeah?
In square yards of wallpaper.
A wallpaper. Oh, I see. Thanks a lot, Emily.
You're welcome. Why is the moonlight terrible and choir practice going on? I think you hold your breath, you can get the train all the way to Constitution. Hear it?
Now, what do you know?
Well, I guess I better go back and try to work now.
Good night, Emily. And thanks.
Good night, George.
Before I forget, who all will be able to come in Tuesday afternoon and sing at Fred Hershey's wedding? Show your hands. That'll be fine. That'll be right nice. We'll do the same music we did for Jamie Bridges last month. And now we'll do Art Thou Weary. Art Thou Languid? It's a question, ladies and gentlemen. Make it
Oh, yes, Pop.